Hello! So today is Friday. So, reasons for not vlogging this week though are summer session started. Between waking up at like 5:45 and then trying to make sure I get to school by 7:30, which I have been successful at this week. I'm so proud of myself. So between that and then working every night this week, I just instead of worrying about that, I'll do a weekly update. Woo! Wanna go out, puppy? So this week I've been very proud of myself because I've started little habits that I hope will, well, little routines that I hope will become habit so that I can make this early class, early rising thing a habit I like to sleep in. So this waking up early thing is really hard for me. This morning I didn't have class, so I went to check out a university that I want to transfer to. It makes the idea of transferring more real. I don't, for whatever reasons, mostly laziness probably, I've never made it out to any of the universities that I was thinking about transferring to, which I think affected me negatively. I never really considered like that it could actually happen, I guess. The counselor I spoke to, she gave me a couple of ideas, things to consider, the requirements, of course, for their nursing program, and then suggestions for backup plans, which I appreciate. I love backup plans. Don't always use them. I don't even follow the original plan, but it's good to have the backup plans. I feel like I am finally actually moving in the right direction. Again, keep moving. I had pulled over to the side and now I'm back on the road and keep moving. I have been also dealing with some discouragements with going back to school this week because I'm retaking 2 classes that I failed the last semester that I was in school, which was about about a year ago, and it's really discouraging that I could be taking other classes, like prerequisite classes for the nursing program or for another program I wanted to do, or I could be taking other classes, but instead I have to sit there and pretend like I don't know this information that I already know. Why? Because I didn't put in the work and I failed these classes the last time. They're really simple classes. It's kind of really embarrassing when I'm thinking about it, but it has also forced me to come up with ways to deal with encouraging myself so that I don't fail these classes again, and that too, so that in the future, I already have a foundation of ways to encourage myself to just get over yourself and keep going. One of the ways is just reminding myself of a simple verse that's, I hate to say it, but kind of almost cliche. It's a really, really good verse anyways, and it's Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's important to remember all the things. I can do all the things. But I have to ask for that strength, and I need to work at practicing the strength that he gives me. A couple ways that I've been encouraging myself this week. One of them has been to write down snippets of ideas or quotes or a verse or something, anything that happened during that day that just caused me to think or was encouraging, and then putting it in my jar journal, which is currently not interesting looking. It's just a Knott's Berry Farm jar, but I got this idea from Robin Schneider, who is a writer. It kind of forces me at the end of the day to summarize my day, which is another thing I have an issue with, summarizing, as you can tell. So another thing has been constant devotions, and like, it might be kind of shocking, but I haven't always, I don't always start my day with sitting down with my Bible open, which is like almost blasphemous, I know, in the Christian realm. But and I have a blog post about it that I'll link down below. But a point that my brother told me about, that one of the preachers at the Christian camp he works at, one of the points that preacher brought out is God doesn't care about you having devotions. What he wants is your devotion. And I was just like, that's such a simple concept, but it's so true. Like, awesome, you're reading your Bible in the morning and you're forcing yourself to read before you eat, but why? To say that you do it because you're hungry and you want to eat, but you made this spiritual promise and you don't want to be a promise breaker? Are you doing it because you want to be close to God? Because you want to converse with him and you want to grow and you just want him to lift you up? That was really encouraging to me because, again, I'm not an early riser, and then reading my Bible at night before I go to bed, well, I'm already tired and I don't want to like snooze out while I'm trying to read. So what I've been doing instead is in the morning I'm listening to a message from like Dr. Charles Stanley from his In Touch radio ministry, and that just really gets my mind going on spiritual things first thing in the morning. So within like the 30 minutes, 45 minutes that takes me to get ready, I've listened to a message and my mind is on spiritual things. And so I didn't do it one day this week. I think it was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, and I could tell the difference. Because I didn't start my day off devoted to the Lord. And so I ended up not really reading my Bible that yesterday. So that's one of the things, you know, not stressing myself out about having devotions, but more focusing myself on how can I start my day devoted to God already. Waking up earlier has helped me feel really successful in my days. I feel like I've been more productive. Not necessarily true, but I feel that way. And so that's a positive sign, I think. Another thing that has really encouraged me this week is just reminded that God truly answers prayer. It's just really cool to see how God worked out my desire to go back to school and that scheduling with my desire to help with VBS, and just work out that scheduling at my work. It's the little things God answers that really amaze me, because I already know that God works in big mysterious ways. He created the world, but I just love seeing how God also works in the little ways and the more detailed ways, because it just shows me that God cares about the details of my little mundane life, and that really makes me feel special. So yeah. And lastly, for this weekly wrap up, I've been reading, and I've been reading a lot more than I was when I had more free time. I'm crazy, I don't get it, but whatever. Last night, I was reading, I legitimately almost rolled off my bed laughing. I was just like, what is Beth, one of the characters, her name is Beth, what is Beth doing? What the crap? Oh my gosh. And my ship is about to set sail. I'm going to be very upset if my ship doesn't sail, but yeah, cute, and I love her writing style. I'm excited to finish it. Continuing on in my Summer of Lord of the Rings journey. I'm already kind of halfway-ish through Fellowship, and most of that is thanks to audiobook. I decided to just get the audiobook, and so I did that. Instead of listening to music walking to class or going home or going to work, I've been listening to the audiobook, and instead of listening to music while doing paperwork, I've continued to listen to the audiobook. I've gone through 12 chapters in 4 days. I feel like I read this book really slowly the first time I read it through a couple years ago. So I don't know if it's because I feel familiar with the story already, or because I'm listening to it mostly on audiobook right now, or what, I don't know. But I also, I kind of broke the book buying ban, whoops, and I got the trilogy on my Kindle. So I have it on my Kindle app, and so, like, if I'm waiting for a class to start, or waiting to clock in for work or something, I can be listening to the audiobook and reading it, and I really like that experience. I mean, if I keep it up at this pace, I should be done by the end of June, which is crazy. Like, what? So that's all for this update. I'm gonna stop because I am probably looking like a hot mess now. It's really hot in here without the fan on. And I have homework to do, research to do, fun stuff. So I hope you all have a fun Friday and a great weekend. I plan to, because I'm off this weekend. So, woo. I'll talk to you later. Bye.